Top stories: Ethiopia hosts a workshop on food systems transformation and climate resilience. And Gondar City expressed readiness for hosting local and international tourists. Hello and welcome to EBC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism. I'm Hikma Tamam with the news for the hour. Do stay with us. In a press briefing today, Ambassador Nabiyat Getachew, the spokesperson of Ethiopia's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, provided an update on the country's foreign relation activities over the past 6 months, highlighting significant achievements and ongoing diplomatic efforts. Ambassador Nabiyat emphasized that Ethiopia had made substantial progress in advancing its national interests, particularly through efforts to strengthen ties with neighboring countries. He pointed out that these efforts have led to the recognition of Ethiopia's crucial role in maintaining peace in the region. The spokesperson also noted that over 128 high-level official visits took place during the period, further reinforcing bilateral relations with various countries. These visits have been instrumental in strengthening partnership and securing Ethiopia's long-term interests. One notable achievement highlighted by Ambassador Nabiyat was Ethiopia's election to the United Nations Human Rights Council, a significant milestone that will enhance the country's influence in multilateral diplomacy. On the topic of citizen-centered diplomacy, the ambassador reported that Ethiopia successfully repatriated 33,000 nationals who were facing difficult situations abroad, surpassing the initial target of 28,000. Additionally, efforts to strengthen people-to-people relations included offering scholarship opportunities to 968 students from neighboring countries. Ambassador Nabiyat's briefing underscored Ethiopia's ongoing diplomatic activities and its commitment to promoting peace, security, and collaboration on both regional and global stages. An official delegation from Iran, led by Mohammad Baqir Ghalibaf, the Speaker of the Islamic Consultative Assembly Parliament of the Islamic Republic of Iran, arrived in Addis Ababa for a visit to Ethiopia. Upon arrival at Addis Ababa Bole International Airport, the delegation was warmly welcomed by Ethiopia's Speaker of the House of People's Representatives, Taget Jafo, Foreign Affairs State Minister, Ambassador Burtukan Ayano, and other senior government officials. During his visit, Speaker Ghalibaf is scheduled to hold meetings with Ethiopian leaders to discuss ways to enhance bilateral and multilateral cooperation between the two countries. Ethiopia and Iran have a long history of strong cooperation in various sectors, including trade, investment, tourism, and technology transfer. The two nations have maintained formal diplomatic ties since 1950. This visit marks a significant diplomatic effort to further strengthen the historical bilateral relationship between Ethiopia and Iran.
And welcome to Ethiopian Broadcasting Corporation, EBC World, our voice of Pan-Africanism. This is a special episode we are going to produce in connection with Ethiopian Timkat or Epiphany.
Warada walde, warada walde, warada walde, warada walde, warada walde, warada walde. እምሰማያት ውስተ ምጥማቃት እምሰማያት ውስተ ምጥማቃት.
So what kind of meaning is Ethiopian Orthodox Church gives for Timkat or Epiphany?
Theological interpretation, when we say Epiphany, it is basically from the New Testament Greek word, which means epiphania, which means the revelation of the light or the manifestation of light. So Christ is light, and Christ revealed to us so that we will no longer live in the darkness.
Could you please give us some tips about Katara? What does it mean? What does it signify?
So at the heart of the doctrine, at the heart of the liturgy, at the heart of the festival is forgiveness, unity, reconciliation, coexistence. And that is the essence of true human nature.
Welcome back, and now moving on. Building resilience to climate change is considered a key pillar in ensuring the transformation of Ethiopia's food systems and improving nutrition. At the National Convergence Workshop launched in Addis Ababa, UN Resident Humanitarian Coordinator Ramiz Alakbarov praised Ethiopia's initiatives, particularly the Green Legacy Program and efforts to enhance agricultural productivity. Goshu Meliso reports.
Ethiopia is hosting a three-day national convergence workshop on transformation and nutrition, a milestone in the country's journey toward integrating food systems with climate resilience. The workshop brings together key stakeholders to develop sustainable funding mechanisms and engage the private sector in addressing the nation's food security and climate challenges. Discussions at the workshop include creating a robust monitoring and evaluation framework to ensure that Ethiopia's food systems transformation and nutrition and climate adaptation goals are effectively met. Minister of Agriculture Girma Mende in his opening remark highlighted the importance of aligning national diversity with strategic agricultural plans.
We have tried to develop KPIs, key performance indicators, to track those game-changing solutions. And these KPIs are developed in a way that they are aligned to the SDGs, they are aligned to our national domestic KPIs with the Ministry of Planning, and they align to the CAADP KPIs with the AU Agenda 2063. So we are making sure that our food system activities, our food system game-changing solutions are not isolated and an island activity, rather they are integrated into our national process as well as Ethiopia's international commitments.
UN resident and humanitarian coordinator Ramiz Alakbarov hails Ethiopia's initiatives being taken by the government, both in terms of green legacy and agriculture.
In Ethiopia, you have a lot of good initiatives in terms of both green legacy, expanding the green production, and increasing the agricultural production. So the transformative nature of agriculture is key to that progress, and Ethiopia is doing quite well. So we're happy to celebrate the progresses we have made, but we also need to look forward to make sure that we really build a nationwide, fully resilient food systems, and we're advancing towards that goal.
Ethiopia's Health Minister Dr. Mekdas Daba emphasized the urgency of building resilience to climate impact.
Building the resilience to climate change is a cornerstone to our work, because climate impacts us in all ways, not only on nutrition, but on what we eat as a diet and as a nutrition. Droughts, floods, and the resurgence of vector-borne, waterborne diseases that we see in our continent and also in the globe is an alarming rate right now that we all are worried about.
Adding an international perspective, UN humanitarian coordinator Alakbarov praised Ethiopia's rich resources and potential to lead the continent in transformation.
Ethiopia have went through a series of transformations, and there is an amazing progress which we have seen. And often I'm being asked, how is this possible? Because we have many different aspects of this, and it is possible through the transformative nature of this initiative. Because Ethiopia has a potential to be one of the largest economies in the world in the coming decades, if we seize the opportunity.
Let me acknowledge and thank the government of Ethiopia for its leadership and the commitment to food system transformation and climate action. This is the first time we organize this Convergence Initiative workshop in Ethiopia, and we are very happy to work with the government in supporting the transformation to sustainable, resilient, and equitable food systems. Here in Ethiopia, we have a very challenging situation where the country is not contributing to greenhouse gas emissions. It is only 0.02% of greenhouse gas emissions coming from Ethiopia, but at the same time, the country is so much affected by the impact of climate change, and this affects the agricultural sector.
Experts and international partners emphasized the need to implement climate-smart agriculture, expand irrigation systems, and promote drought-resistant crops while urging robust action to address climate change.
The African Chiropractic Federation organized a workshop focused on the theme Chiropractic Pioneers in Africa. The event aimed to discuss and promote the expansion of neuromusculoskeletal services and chiropractic education across the continent. Neuromusculoskeletal issues such as back pain, neck pain, and joint pain are among the most common reasons people seek medical care. During the workshop, Salam Aklilu, president of the Ethiopian Chiropractic Association, emphasized the importance of the chiropractic profession in addressing and elevating neuromusculoskeletal problems.
The disease with the greatest economic impact in Africa is back pain, which is the simplest that can be prevented and managed properly so people have a fulfilled life. These days, musculoskeletal problem is the main cause for most of our outpatient visits. So to really eliminate that burden of disease from the country and the continent, chiropractic profession would be chosen as a major neuromusculoskeletal or musculoskeletal problem address. So the major agenda of this conference is pioneering chiropractic in Africa.
President of the African Chiropractic Federation, Mufdeiz Chihambakwe, pointed out that the meeting will help African member countries of the association to discuss and make chiropractic more accessible to address low back pain, neck pain, and any other spinal-related disorder. Take a listen.
Every association is made up of individual practitioners. These are chiropractors that have their own businesses or chiropractic practices, or some of them are working in hospital settings, providing care for patients in different settings. So, for example, I work in Botswana, and I work for the public system in Botswana, where we see patients who are complaining of neck pain, back pain, any kind of joint pain, so arthritis, a lot of those kinds of issues that a lot of people face. And we're especially trying to help people that have lower income, because their jobs are usually quite physical. And if you have a very physical job and you have severe back pain, you might not be able to keep your job or to make a living. So chiropractors really address these key issues because disability in regards to back pain is quite high. The number of people that are suffering from low back pain is quite large. And especially in Africa, we need a lot more chiropractors to effectively address some of these challenges that people are facing.
Secretary General of World Federation of Chiropractic, Richard Brown, stated the Federation is committed to working with African Chiropractic Federation to address low back pain and other disorders by expanding more chiropractic within the health system. And take a look.
So there are a number of challenges facing chiropractic. There aren't enough chiropractors. Low back pain is the biggest single cause of disability on the planet, and it is a huge burden on society. Chiropractors have specialist knowledge and skills in managing back pain, and this is why we need more chiropractors within health systems to be able to tackle this huge, costly economic burden on society.
And now moving on to the final news. In celebration of Timkat, or Ethiopian Epiphany, the 16th Amhara Region Cultural Festival is currently underway in Gondar City. This cultural event is anticipated to play a crucial role in preserving and promoting the region's cultural heritage and values, ensuring they are passed down to future generations. The Gassar Nisa has the following report.
In relation with the celebration of Timkat, or Ethiopian Epiphany, the 16th Amhara Region Cultural Festival is well underway in Gondar City. Themed Wonderful Land, Wonderful People, the festival has been marked with multiple assortments where a number of cultural teams from different districts have taken part, performing their respective dances in theatre as well. Speaking on the occasion, Gondar City Culture and Tourism Office head Melkamu Tsaggaye reiterated that mutual cultural reaches and norms are shared values to pass on for generations to come.
In all areas of the Amhara region, one can find countless cultural treasures, breathtaking landscapes, unique expressions of identity, exceptional handcrafts, soul-stirring melodies of joy and sorrow, captivating traditional dances and Disney culinary and traditional attires. The region is blessed with untapped resources offering immense potential. It is our shared responsibility to highlight and promote these invaluable cultural assets. The Amhara Regional Culture and Tourism Bureau is committed more than ever to preserve the region's heritage. It strives to ensure that the culture, language, and artistic achievements of the people to be passed down from generation to generation authentically in undistorted manner.
Amhara Regional State Peace and Security Head Desalegn Asa for his part highlighted that government strides in creating a room for translating shared cultural riches into mutual socio-economic benefits.
The political system has opened a great door for the growth and flourishing of our culture and values. Therefore, we must preserve and nurture these beautiful cultures and utilize them for economic benefit and national development.
This cultural festival is expected to play a pivotal role in preserving the culture and values of the people of the region and passing it on from generation to generation.
And now, before I wrap up, a recap of the top stories once again. Ethiopia hosted a workshop on food systems transformation and climate resilience. And in the headlines, Gondar City expressed readiness for hosting local and international tourists. Well, that's it for now. You have been watching ABC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism, the news for the hour. I am Hikma Tamam, and goodbye.